love me. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Alright everyone, so I'm back with another mod review. It has been about a year, so I'm just getting my bearings into things, so please bear with me. So I'm really excited to be back with this one. This mod is Extinction Core Ascended. Extinction Core originally was a game over on Ark Survival Evolved, and was originally done by a developer named Psycho. It has now been brought over to Ark Ascended and is now being done by a developer named Brutal Meta. They do have a Discord, so I will leave the Discord link in the comments, or not the comments, the description of the video, so that you guys will have access to their Discord for anyone who has Discord, so you can get any technical help or any other assistance that you may need. So without further ado, this is their take on it. So they've obviously, it seems relatively the same, honestly. I didn't play the ASE one completely through. I dabbled in it a little bit. But let's get into things here. So first things first, you can see behind me there is the workbench. That workbench you will create at level 20, and we will take a look at it here. A couple of other things. This mod did just recently have a big update about 2 days ago. I tried to get a mod review out then, and I did the whole thing on mute. I've actually done this mod review 3 times on mute, like an idiot. So, as you can see, I'm a little bit rusty, but here we go. So with that update came a couple of things, a couple new dinosaurs. I think they were ultimates of some sort, but definitely on their Discord, the patch notes are there, and it will give you all the bugs and the fixes and all that stuff that it did update. Also came with some trank spears, because I noticed when I was first playing, I didn't notice where they were or how you obtained them. So level 2 will get you a trank spear. We will take a look at that in my inventory here. So some flint, some wood, some narco berries, and some more wood. Don't know if that's intentional. Probably will be fixed later. I don't think that was intentional. There's also the Trank Pike at level 25 that you will be able to make. I'm going to go into creative mode here for everyone so you can actually see what's when I'm in here, that you can actually what it crafts. It's just going to make it easier. Here we go. So here's the Trank Pike at level 25. You can make that. That's going to be within the bench that is behind me. That's going to take some hide, some narcotics, some metal, and some wood. First thing first to note, for anybody on console, well, and PC, there is a guide to this, accessible in the game itself. For console players, apologies, it might make more sense to you. I'm on PC, but for console players, I think there is a tab within your inventory that says information, in which will link you to a Google Doc for you to get this information. For PC players, if you hold R, you can see it up here at the top of my screen, and this is how you're going to access into the guide, which is actually very helpful in figuring out how to progress and how to tame different types of things. So you can see there's different tabs over here on the side. I won't read through everything because I don't think you guys want story time from One Hada. You can obviously look at it yourself, and as you encounter these different challenges and different places in your gameplay, you can obviously look at what you're supposed to be doing. But Extinction Core Ascended, it is not to put a whole bunch of crazy dinos on the map for you and make it difficult that way, but it's more or less to kind of enhance your PvE experience, as well as offer a more challenging progression type game for anybody who's looking for that. You can see here that there is one for progression, so you can see kind of how you go through. I'm going to talk about it as we look at the different dinos and whatnot. I'm just not going to read it out verbatim from here. You can see that there's different tiers that you're going to see out there in the world. It gets into how to tame, like I said, the different things. The one thing I will mention, there's nothing here for armor. But under harvest, you can see where you're going to get, or what dinos are going to give you the different prime resources that you're going to need to craft things, as well as the different gems and diamonds that you're going to need also in order to craft different things on this mod. So, without further ado, let's get into it and take a look at what exactly is going on in the mod itself. So we will take a quick look inside the bench itself. So early game, really, I mean, when you're first starting off, it recommends that you tame vanilla herbivores or some prime dodos. So I have some prime dodos that we're going to take a look at. Once you do that, you're going to craft your workbench. Like I said, this is going to be done at level 20. If you look right here, you can see what it's actually going to take. You are going to require some prime hide, so killing those prime dodos is going to be crucial in order to get this bench. So keep that in mind. That's why it's going to be important to kind of get some early tames, maybe to help you out, as well as these early tames are going to help you get the narco berries that you saw are going to be required to kind of start making those goodness, those trank pikes and the different trank things that you can make so that you can knock some dinos out. In this bench, you'll see the kibbles, you'll see the clothes, the different clothes that you can make. These are all like tech grams, so I'm not 100% sure because as you've seen in the guide, it didn't really tell me how I was obtaining this stuff. It does tell me how to make it. If you look at your engrams, again, it's not at a specific level. It just shows them as like a tech gram. So maybe I assume we would learn this as we progress and maybe start killing some of the bosses and whatnot. So early game, get some herbivores. You want lots of narcotics because those narcotics are going to actually help you out with crafting some of the things that were in the bench. So here are the prime dodos. You can tame yourself some. There's there's some different prime animals that are out there that are worth taming. If you put them on wander, some of them gather resources or different resources that you need for the game. The prime otter itself will generate or gather pearls, black and the white pearls, as you have them on wander. Another good thing to have in the very beginning is the golden dodo. The golden dodo is very rare, so if you find one, definitely tame it up. I did throw some of the resources that dodo is gathering while on wander in here, so you can take a look. So this actually gives you the alpha kibbles that you're going to require to tame some of the alphas if you need to. But provided you don't find one of these really early, which you probably won't, again, it's not something that's just out there all willy-nilly for everyone. So that's why it's important early game to start your garden. So you want to get your garden going, start taming your vanilla dinos for the eggs that you're requiring to start basically crafting like regular kibble. The kibble itself is what you're going to use to make the alpha kibble. So you make regular kibble, then you'd be making you'd use that to make alpha regular kibble, and you get the idea. You guys get it. With that, you're also going to want to make sure that you get into get a tame for the ocean to farm up biotoxin, because biotoxin, narco berries, these are all things that you're going to want an abundance of, like a lot of. Like when you think you had enough, you don't have enough. You're just constantly going to want this stuff. I am back in the bench because one of the important things that you're gathering a lot of this stuff for is to actually make sure that you have an abundance of some of these vials. So the blood vial is going to be important. That's going to restore your dino's health to 100%. You can see you do require giant bee honey. You could see in that golden dodo itself, it actually was generating pretty much, it seemed, any of the resources that any of these things technically needed to be crafted, which was kind of cool. So blood vial, keep it in your hotbar. You're going to use that to heal your dino when you are in battle. It's going to be crucial. It also says these fortitude vials are going to be crucial, and you're going to want an abundant supply of these. The other one was the detox. Oh, that's not how you spell it. So the detox right here, this was going to be really important to have in all of your battles. You can see use it in your hotbar. It's going to help with torpor. So a lot of these bosses and whatnot, they're going to be dishing out a lot of torpor. And this is what you are going to need for your dino. To get through it, basically. So early game, farm up all of those resources, the biotoxin, because that's going to make the opiates right here. Biotoxin, potent opiates, you're going to want this. You can see it's a bitter drug, which increases food consumption and only works on alpha creatures. So this is what you're going to need for when it comes to taming the alpha creatures. In addition to that, you're also going to want to farm up some wyverns for their wyvern milk. So that is going to block bleed damage effects from alphas. So early game, before you go in to get your alphas, you're definitely going to want to kind of stock up, if possible, on some wyvern milk to help you win those battles and probably taming and all of that kind of stuff. So with that being said, once you've got yourself all kind of going with your garden and your vanilla dinos, and you're kind of getting things moving right along, starting to stock up on all your different vials that you're going to require. There are two things you can see in front of me. We have the tribesmen. So these are out there in the Ark. They are aggressive. They are in different parts of the map depending on the color that they are. You can tell the color and the different armor that they actually have on. These guys actually will, when you kill them, will give off kibble, like their respective kibble. So, for example, the yellow guy, I believe, gives out basic kibble, I think it was. And you're going to use that basic kibble to craft the alpha kibble. So there are ways other than just your farm and whatnot that you can kind of get this stuff. Also gives you high quality loot. So the other thing, in addition to killing these guys, are the pygmies. So I have the pygmies up here. We'll go run up there and take a quick look. You can get a closer look up at these guys. These guys obviously are going to be around the beach. They are in the water, so I assume they're going to come up on the beach. You've got your fur guys. They're over there, I assume, in the winter. So these pygmies, they look like jerboas. They are jerboas. But they're called pygmies, and they are going to, when you kill them, drop high quality loot. The different colors, my understanding, at least from ASE, was that the different colors represent the different things that they actually will drop when you kill them. So different ones will give like high quality armor, some will give different kinds of resources, some give out weapons, different things like that. I assume it's probably working the same way over here in ASA. So with that being said, once you're doing all that, you're getting yourself all ready to be able to tame yourself a boss. So you all know the regular bosses of Ark. You've got your Megapithecus, you've got your Broodmother, and you also have the Dragon. So all three of those are tameable, and they are tameable by killing them. So once you kill them, you're going to get its matrix. Those matrices, if you saw when I was in the bench, they look like blocks. Those blocks are the matrix. You craft those, and that's how you get a tameable version of these guys. So I did spawn them in so everyone can take a look at what they look like. So once you've gotten some of these guys, apologies, because before you even get those guys, you're going to get the alphas, and I didn't show you guys the alphas. This is the first kind of tier dinos that you are going to tame. We did talk about obviously the kibbles that you have to get. This whole early game is to kind of prepare you to get these guys. You can see I spawned in a few that I liked, and they're not gigantic, so they're not going to take up a whole bunch of space in my area. While I'm trying to show you guys, I did the Alpha Griffin, the Alpha Trike, and the Alpha Thylas. So that's what they look like there. These guys, I assume, could kill the guys next to them, which is you've got these apexes. These are not tameable. Again, I just spawned them in so you could see what they look like. You cannot tame the apex, and you cannot tame the skeletal. There are other types of apex and skeletal dinos on the map. I brought in the raptors because they're small and they take up less space. But based on me looking at the health of some of these alphas that I haven't put in any levels of them or anything. I believe, now the guide doesn't say and it doesn't really mention specifically, but your alphas could take these guys on. Although the apex is, I think, an evolved type version of an alpha, or a better type version of an alpha. Nonetheless, I think tamed and levels put in, you could take these guys out. From there, you then get yourself those guys over there that I showed you, your Megapithecus, your brood mothers and whatnot. Those guys aren't necessarily mandatory to beat the guys that I'm going to show you over here, says the guide, but probably helpful. But it sounds like I could go in with an army of alphas or whatnot. If you work in a tribe, you might have a few people, so you could do it. And that is going to kill off these scions. So these scions are like a baby version, I guess, of the deity, which I will show you what those are. But I guess killing these are going to give off diamonds and cosmic flowers that you're going to need for crafting things. They have unique elemental abilities, so you can see there is a winter, there is a nature, and there is a fire. So the winter one affects your stamina. And then the nature, I like that it's green, so it gives you, it's torpor. That's what it reminds me of. Green always seems to represent dinos that dish out some kind of torpor. And then your fire, I mean, everyone knows what fire damage is gonna do to somebody, right? Now, moving on from there, so these guys are gonna drop some things that you're gonna need. So are the apex and the skeletal raptors, I believe. The apex for sure, because it does mention it. Skeletal, it does not mention it, so I could be lying, but I assume there is some kind of benefit to killing these guys. So next up, we have the omegas. So you can see I did actually spawn in some of the omegas, the omega dragon, the omega megapithecus. So these are going to drop amulets used to make the primordial tributes. Now the primordials we will get into, but they seem to be the strongest dinos left to tame that you will use to kind of take on the final two bosses, basically. So these can only be killed with a with boss tames. I apologize, I have the hiccups. This is awful, but this is like take 4 of this mod review, so I can't do it over. So you're gonna want to bring these guys in. I assume I don't see why not. You couldn't bring alphas or whatever else you might have lying around to dish off at these guys to get them dead. So next up would be the guardian golem deities. So we talked about those guys over there being easier to kill. They were like the babyier version of these guys. Now I have these in my pocket, and you will see why, because they make all of the dinos sparkle rainbows, so viewers beware. So these guys are your guardian golem deities. They are world bosses, so my understanding is they're just out there in the world waiting for you to fight, I think. You have to make sure that you are good and ready to fight these guys, but up to this point, I mean, I assume you have been stocking up on your opioids and your blood vials and your fortitude vials and all that stuff, your detox, so on and so forth, because you're going to need it. So you're going to throw whatever you got for these guys to try to fight them. And again, make sure you have your detox and your blood vials on hand at all times. So him flashing like that is very distracting. So you can see, like, he makes all of the dinos do that, so it is a lot. We'll leave it there. That's a lot. So last but not least, as far as your progression in the game, once you have killed off these guardian golem deities, you are gonna move your way up to primordials. Now, primordials, they are obtainable. You can have them, so there are. The taming of them is explained in the guide if you need it. So we have to kill the deities that I just showed you. My apologies. In order to unlock the tribute to be able to have a primordial, basically, and then you're going to make the matrix, craft the tribute, and these guys are going to be required for your future battles. So moving on, these are your guys, along with, again, I don't see why you can't throw everything you got. Don't get too attached to your dinos, they say, because they aren't going to live very long, but I love a challenge. So there's 3 types of primordials. There's the primordial bosses, there are supremes, and there are stellars. I put them... Oh no. Oh, I have them right here. I don't know why. I thought I had these guys out. So here are your supremes. So I did a supreme strike there. And the supreme... Or no, not supreme, stellar. I did the stellar thylacoleo. And the primordial... He's a primordial. So you guys can see. But he also makes everything flash black. So... He is the Beast of Darkness. So he is one of the 3 types of bosses that you can tame of the primordial type. Basically, you have to show this guy that you're worthy to fight him, or to I guess have him. So again, it's going to explain how to do this in the guide. I won't get into the nitty gritty of it. Supreme dinos, they're also kind of tamed up like the brood mothers and whatnot. So you're going to, apologies, you're going to kill it to unlock the Ingram. You're going to get a soul, supreme soul, and you're going to use, my understanding is, use this soul in its alpha counterpart. So if this guy was wild, I would kill him. Oh, my Omega Pithecus was... Look at that. It was dying, I guess. It dies. First, okay. Well, that was eventful. My apologies, distracting. So I assume if I kill this guy, I get a soul. I can take that soul and go and put it in one of my alpha trikes and turn him into a supreme trike, is what I'm understanding of it. There are only 3 types currently of supremes, which is the trike, the rex, and the reaper. So those are the only 3, I guess, that you can evolve to supremes. So basically, at the end of the day, once you've done all of this, you've been... Is everything dying? Well, I don't have food either. They're probably dying of starvation. Anyways. So once you've done all of this, you've got some supremes, you've got some primordials, whatever you've tamed, everything you got, primordial. You're gonna fight what is called the absolute deities. There are 3 of them. You have to fight them in order and beat all 3 of them before you challenge the final boss. He will not accept a fight with you until you have done that. You are not good enough to him, so you have to prove that you are. And the final boss is the one being... it stays for 60 minutes, so you basically have 60 minutes to fight the final boss. You're going to bring everything and your kitchen sink into that fight. Everything you got, all your detox, all your stuff that you keep in your hotbar for cheaty purposes like healing and whatever else. Also, forgot to mention the absolute deities. They are summoned and they only stay on the map for 30 minutes. So you've got 30 minutes to fight those guys, and you got 60 minutes to fight the final one being. And that's the end. That's how you get through it all. So apologies for the hiccups. It's quite a way to quite a return, I must say. So I want to first shout everyone out. I really appreciate everybody for all the support. Everybody who's still been subscribing. Everybody who's asked about me, asked when I'm coming back. I really appreciate all of the support. All of the old subscribers. All of the new subscribers, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, I will leave the Discord to Brutal Meta's Extinction Core mod in the description of the video. I will also put my Discord, so feel free to come join the Discord, come join the community. We are currently running through this on live stream, so definitely come check us out. We do have 3 servers, so if you're interested in joining any of them, one of them actually has Extinction Core on it and is on the Temptress Lagoon map. If you're interested, come through to the Discord, subscribe to the channel, and we'd be happy to give you the information. Again, I really truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you have any mod suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you want to see next. I definitely need your help deciding. And again, thanks so much. I will see everyone in the next one.